Ouais,
The globe knows the specifications for Metal
on est de
Gear.
retour sur
Worse
le
yet,
let's play de
so do a
Metal
number
Gear
of rogue
2,
states.
The Son of Liberty.
They are all working on deploying their own
Je
Metal Gear
profite d'une
Force to
alchimie
compete
de la
with the
tempête
US's
devant là.
nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these
Car
Metal
ça fait
Gear
tout sauter.
derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces.
Comme vous avez pu
The
voir,
only
beaucoup de
thing that
streams
can stand
hier,
up
c'est
to a
bien
Metal
passé.
Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray.
On peut prendre une...
balance of
Allez, je vous le fais vite fait. Si ça marche. Il y a une photo de fantôme ici. Vous voyez?
The Marine Corps will play a central role in its military affairs. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Now,
La balle.
you're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Bon, c'est moi qui joue avec le zoom. Mon Dieu, les soldats en caleçon. Mais dans le gear.
Not to mention interference from a major player.
Oui.
But this project is vital to the Marine Corps.
Alors, il y a un petit easter ici. Je vais vous le montrer. Un easter egg. Hein. Gene Scott, password incorrect. Police Notes Scott. Police Notes, c'est... Oui, ben c'est, je crois que j'ai dû vous le montrer. Mais... c'est un des autres jeux de Hideo Kojima. Eh oui. Bon, là, en vrai, je perds du temps, mais...
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first image is... Ah, don't send me creepy stuff like this. What if I get possessed or something? Sorry, but this doesn't work. I hate to ask, but can you try again?
Mais bien sûr.
We need 4 images. One from the front right, the front, and the front left, and a close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Get the prototype on camera.
The enemy is sometimes closer
Allez, on va
to
lui faire
home
un
than you
portrait.
think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind.
Alors lui...
Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's.
Ah, mais non, c'est
There's a
bon.
program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation.
La ruine.
It is a fact that players and
Ah bah si j'ai dit que c'était bon, c'était bon. J'avais un doute.
policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise
Alors, il a
you
dit
that they
avant,
will
avant
not
droit,
succeed.
avant gauche. Alors Snake, tu la sens comment la vibe aujourd'hui?
Good.
Must be tense. Let's do a
Ok.
little stretching, shall we? Right. Left.
Ah, le con. Bon, moi, vous savez ce qui se passe, on se fait griller.
Snake, respond! Snake? Snake!
Not to mention interference from a major
Ça a dû prendre en
player.
compte. Hein.
But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation.
Et oui, les gens, je suis toujours enrhumé.
It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation.
Okay, I'm receiving the images. The first one I'm seeing is... Okay, this works. It's a great front view.
Bello.
The next one's... This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well. The next image is... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. The next image is...
C'est que la dernière, elle est bonne.
Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag.
Plus efficace que Rambo.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order.
Bien sûr, c'est une
with Metal
référence à
Gear
Rambo
Ray.
2.
That is all.
Je peux m'étaler sur le sujet, mais pas pour ça. Ah, puis si.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify
Voilà,
yourself.
qu'on avait fait.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
Salade.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal?
Vous avez remarqué
No,
depuis que c'est
I'm
demain.
taking it back.
Il est aussi fort que nous, lui. Pour arriver à se glisser derrière la barrite.
Nobody move. Understood?
Voilà les deux compères réunis. Ils sont beaux ces Marines, complètement flippés.
This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Golukovich.
Are you still in league with
Bam,
Solidas?
bam, bam.
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
C'est pas ce qu'il disait pendant
Metal
Metal
Gear
Gear Solid
only
1.
has room for one.
Je crois que c'est parti,
Golukovich, you
c'était
and
pendant
your daughter will die here.
quand on a eu une couleur courant, pendant la séquence d'interrogatoire. Stylé ce 3
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitors! Stop!
3 balles chacun. Allez. Là pareil, il a dû tirer 6 coups. Et oui, Revolver en slot, Gunslinger d'exception.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
Et voilà, il a fait péter le Semtex.
It's been a while, brother. Who are you? You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I
Non,
know
j'en
what
rêvais
it's
pas.
like, brother.
Grosse slot à la main de Liquid
No
Snake.
wonder Naomi passed you over for the
s'est fait
Fox
greffer sa
Dive
main.
program.
Get out of my mind, Liquid!
Ce qui fait que Ocelot est matrixé par l'esprit de Liquid qui est dans sa main.
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm.
C'est où? Qu'est-ce que vous voulez? C'est Metal Gear Solid? Ah, elle est mortelle cette séquence. Oh, Liquid dans un Metal Gear. Sur le plan.
You don't have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
Attends, je vérifie si c'est une bombe dehors.
We have a problem.
Dans les faits, c'est vrai que les jeux de Hideo Kojima, enfin Kojima Productions, notamment parce que voilà, il est sous la tutelle de Kojima. C'était cinématique, c'est vrai que ça porte vraiment leur nom. Tellement il y a l'influence du cinéma dans toutes ces séquences. Le script surtout. Pas mal de plot twists, de retournements de situation. Ah, c'est le seul jeu qui est mortel, franchement.
Snake!
Non, Snake!
Snake!
Ça part en couille. sera dans un kaiju là. Ouais quoi, Snake.
No problems. Proceeding as planned, sir. Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward
Bon,
to
après, espèce de
tomorrow
drone,
morning's
hein, ça avait-
flash. I would say the
C'est ça.
Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Je vais pas sauvegarder. On sait jamais. Ok, une coupure de courant là.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of
Cet
Manhattan.
épisode de Metal
Your
Gear Solid
classic
est
nightmare.
associé
It didn't take long for the government to
au
put
danger
weapons
entre
around the
guillemets,
whole
des
mess.
flux de données,
And then
des
that massive
réseaux sociaux,
offshore
tout
keeper
ça.
facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved.
Si vous voulez
It's a
découvrir
highly
avec
trained group
profondeur
made of
du
the
coup
big shell
les
under
Metal Gear
complete
Solid, je vous
control.
conseille la rétrospective de Padawan HD. Ça vaut le coup, ça vaut vraiment le détour. Après il y en a plein. Hein.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
Ce qui est cool aussi dans le Metal Gear Solid, c'est que il y a pas mal de théories et franchement c'est excellent.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion. What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups and one from our own government.
Déjà
The most
d'entrée,
important person in a
je vais
sense,
vous dire
the
que
most
c'est pas
important
Snake,
person,
c'est pas
James
ça que je vois.
Johnson.
The President?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario.
Sa
If
tenue
the
elle est mortelle en
chlorides
tout
being
cas.
used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be
Ça vous rappelle rien?
released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst
Infiltration,
environmental
Metal Gear Solid
disaster
1.
in history.
Vous avez reconnu la voix
You have
de
two
l'autre
mission
interlocuteur, c'est le
objectives.
colonel.
One, infiltrate
Parlez
the
comme Belle.
offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And two, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation. No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the big shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden.
Raiden.
All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Eh ben oui, vous rêvez pas, du coup on joue ce personnage. Alors, comment vous dire? À l'époque, du coup, quand on s'attend d'avoir un Metal Gear Solid 2 et qu'on joue pas Snake, on est un peu dégoûté. Là j'ai un petit trophée à faire. Donc du coup c'est Hideo Kojima qui voulait jouer avec les attentes des joueurs, qui s'attendaient effectivement à jouer avec Snake, mais du coup voilà. Au final, des fois, quand on vous donne pas forcément ce qu'on veut ou vous voulez, bah ça peut être bien. Alors là, le but, c'est de se retrouver avec un insecte dans les rations. Alors, je sais pas si ça marche vraiment. Nickel. C'est cool. Bon, ça, c'est fait. Comment on enlève ça? Bon, c'est pas grave. Je pense qu'il faut gigoter. Vous avez entendu les soldats se faire botter les fesses. Elle vient apparemment de reprendre ses esprits.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those
Le
grenades, all his equipment, is
AN-90-94, c'est un
Russian
fusil d'assaut, il
made.
me semble.
Must be a Gralukovich man.
Gralukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Apatride, c'est quand on fait plus vraiment partie d'une nation, il me semble, si je raconte pas de bêtises. Aucun commentaire.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh,
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
then what?
Pull up
Quoi,
a
il nous a
map of the
traité de nerd?
structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Oui, j'ai fait en sorte d'avoir le radar malgré qu'on soit grillé ou pas. Je m'assure qu'il se réveille pas.
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system. The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
Ça renforce
They
le
must have been
système
customized by the terrorists
OSP.
themselves. These are
Ça veut dire
professionals we're
on-site
dealing with,
procuration.
and they certainly won't let their own equipment be
Le
used
fait
against
de
them.
devoir se
I'm guessing
débrouiller
it's the
avec
same for the Navy SEALs gear?
l'équipement
How
qu'on
am
puisse
I
se trouver
supposed to
sur place.
procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been
encore
individualized.
plus compliqué.
Everything you find in the item box is clean.
Vu qu'il faut
You
une
should know this from your
identification
VR training.
Okay, I know
se
those.
procurer l'équipement.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will.
S'inquiétez
They
pas,
will
ça va
be
le
your
faire.
supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
Hop. On dirait qu'il a un bâton dans la bouche. Oh merde. Oh mais non. Bah ok. Ouais c'est bon.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
C'est pas nécessaire.
Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel,
Donc
what
le
the
fameux
hell is
Raiden
going
s'appelle en
on?
vérité
Raiden,
Jack.
meet the mission analyst.
Et Rose, du
She'll
coup,
be
c'est sa
overseeing
meuf.
the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
On devrait
I
pas
know your
mélanger
VR
comme ça
training
là,
performance in and out, but sometimes
les
that's not
missions et
enough.
les
You're
devoirs.
familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know
La
I
vie de
covered it in
famille,
VR.
If there's a crucial
pas
tactical
logique.
detail that case taught us,
Mais bon.
it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
Exactement.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose,
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside
Jack et
of my
Rose,
immediate
ça me
duties.
rappelle rien.
Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track.
Ah oui, le
His
Titanic.
safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to
Toujours
being
avec les
kept in the
images
dark
codées.
waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack,
what?
do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is
Vous allez me lâcher,
regaining
j'aimerais bien jouer moi.
consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
Enfin. Ah le con. Tu vas avoir besoin d'aide pour te relever. là.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the
Voilà.
roof. There are no sentries, but it would only
Encore un
take
écho
one
à
to spot me
Shadow
in this
Moses.
light.
Du coup,
You never had
avec,
daylight VR training after
ça ressemble
all.
beaucoup à l'introduction
Stay
du
extra
TF1.
sharp until you can find a node to
Nous
log
voyons
in
enfin le
from.
visage de Ryan.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
Strut B.
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Ok. On va prendre un peu de stuff. Attention à pas glisser sur les fientes de pigeons.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay?
Understood.
Ok.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Got it.
Vraiment ça. Alors c'est quoi tu l'as dit? Quoi, ça marche comme ça aussi, non?
Got one, I see. Don't leave him lying around. Hide the body as soon as possible. When his comrades come back from the roof, you don't want him being found. If they do find him, they'll be on the alert and things can get difficult. When you take a hostile down, hide the body where a patrol is unlikely to come around. You can drag an enemy personnel's body. This is how to do it. First, walk up...
Ouais, non mais... C'est le bordel. Bon, deux choses, on s'approche de la fin du stream, si ça se passe comme prévu. Je vais m'arrêter là. Ouais, c'est plus prudent. Je vous dis à la prochaine. Je pense d'ailleurs, autant que je me souvienne que pendant la fin de l'épisode 1, je crois que j'ai été un petit peu brutal dans ma manière de partir. Du coup, désolé. Je vous dis à la prochaine. Allez, ciao, ciao, à plus.